Hi everyone, welcome to Narc Shield. My name is Jennifer. Thanks for coming to my channel. I hope that you will hit the subscribe button below. And if there's a video here that resonates with you or that you think would resonate with someone else, I hope that you will like and share. Thank you so much. I come and talk about narcissistic abuse, which is an emotional and abusive type relationship. I am a survivor of narcissistic abuse, and tonight we're going to talk about the online narcissist. There are so many different types of online narcissist, but I wanted to talk about this because I actually watched a documentary or two or three where there were people that narcissistic or sociopathic type people were preying on victims from online. One was a gamer who was a narcissist and got into a relationship with someone by way of playing the game with them, and it was a long time. I want to say it was like a year, and I could be wrong with that, so don't quote me there, but the kid ended up being killed by this person eventually, and this person groomed them for a very long time in the gaming world. And you can also be catfished by a narcissist who is basically lying to you about who they are, and they're posting fake pictures of themselves, giving you fake information about themselves, saying all kinds of things. They can be anybody they want to be behind the computer. And they can set up all kinds of online profiles. So they can catfish you through your dating sites, through your Facebook accounts, your Instagram accounts. And I've seen also documentaries on that as well, where young people were catfished and some were actually murdered later. I'm seeing where people have been catfished and they send a lot of money, let's just say to overseas, to someone who, for a long period, if they think that they've got your heartstrings and they have worked on your vulnerabilities, they will eventually, usually pretty quickly, they tried to move the relationship along and ask you for money. So I have a friend who I paid attention. They kept getting these catfish people contacting them. And I was amazed because I honestly, I would think that maybe one time it would happen. But this continuously happened to my friend, where these people were coming in and talking to them and they weren't the real people. And it was pretty early on, I want to say within a week or so, maybe two, where they would finally say, hey, look, I need some help. But the way they would start out is they were these great business people. They traveled all the time, had really nice looking pictures of themselves, quickly were trying to pull at the heartstrings of my friend and get into this romantic thing, like, I want to have a relationship with you. We're going to have so much fun together. This is going to be, we can have a future together. I'm hoping I can see you soon. Things like that. And, they were even able to post other pictures of themselves, which it wasn't really them. They were just stealing them from other people's profiles and trying to fool my friend. But eventually they would say, hey, look, I'm in this strange situation and I'm wondering if you can please just wire me some money. And that would give up the gig. But I'm talking, this happened like 4 or 5 different times. I couldn't believe how many times this was happening. So I was like, wow, this online predator thing is really a thing. I knew someone who was talking to someone for quite a while and trying to swindle them by saying the same kind of things, and was getting quite sexual with them online and working on that type of vulnerability with them, and posting or sending pictures that were really great of this person, and they were fake. They basically wanted this person I knew to send them money, said that they were going to come and visit, never showed, and that kind of thing. And it was, catfishing. So there are so many people, they prey on the vulnerable. They can read your profiles and know whether you are good prey or not. It's things that you say in your profiles. So you could say things like, talk about, helping the needy, helping animals. You're an activist for, this certain charity or certain thing. They can tell if you're an empathic person. They can see if you're single. They can look through, if they're able to get online, to see how long you've been single. But they're so professional about it because they've been doing it for so long. They're master manipulators. They've been doing it for so long. They know the types of things to say and look for to get the right victim. And it can cost you a lot. It can cost you your energy. It can take you to an emotional place, and then you once you find out that this person's been lying to you, and it can be over a long period of time where you think that you're talking to someone. It could be, that you think you're talking to a 27-year-old and it's an 80-year-old behind the screen. And the sad thing is you're not the only person that they're doing it with. They're probably doing it with 5 or 6 other people, trying to get as much from those people as they possibly can. They know, and a lot of times it has to do with money. But a narcissistic person, if they're low on supply, they're counting on you to give them narcissistic supply. And so they don't even have to put out too much energy and go right online and don't even have to leave the house, and they get this narcissistic supply from many people, and even able to get people to send them money. All they have to do is hook line you into believing that they care about you, that you may have something one day, that they need you, that you're special to them in some way. And if you are someone with low boundaries or low self-esteem, you can get caught up into these relationships and believe what these people are saying to you and get swindled. And it happens all the time in all kinds of areas online. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. And it can hurt. You don't want to, if you've been caught up with somebody like this, it can hurt. I've seen that. I'm like, well, you didn't even know the person, but you think you did. You got an emotional attachment to someone and you believed that they cared about you. In the instance with the kid, the gamer, the predator knew that this kid wanted to be in the industry and claimed to be this high-powered person in the industry, and offered this kid all kinds of things. And if he just hung in there, that he was going to help him get into this industry and help him propel, and told him all the things he needed to hear. You're so good at this. You're so wonderful. You're so smart. You're so creative, whatever it was that he was saying. I'm making up things right now, but he knew how to get this kid to believe him. And this kid, the mother was trying to stop this from happening. She could see that he was being preyed on and groomed, and she really did try. I can't remember the name of this documentary because it's been quite some time since I saw it. It was heart-wrenching because the mother really did try to stop this. And the friends that also at one time were kind of in it with the friend saw it too and was able to bail out. But this particular child really believed this guy was going to take him places, and ended up eventually going to meet this person, and this person killed the kid. And I can only imagine how frightened that child must have been, and devastated to find out that all along his mother was right, and here she was trying to protect him. It broke my heart to see that. I cried when I saw that documentary. It was really heartbreaking. And so these people, they don't care about you. There are so many people, older people, that are lonely in their homes, and so they're easy prey. And they end up sending their retirement money, all of their retirement money, to these people because they never stop. They just keep on and on asking you for money. And if you care enough, and you don't have those boundaries set in place, and they have convinced you enough and psychologically messed with your mind you will send it to them. It's amazing how much money older people, when they're really lonely, will send. There have been people who have depleted their accounts. There are people who've done it that are in relationships and married, and their partner didn't even know it until it was too late. There are so many horror stories about this. So it's important to know that narcissistic people, sociopathic people, the psychopaths, it is easy for them to get behind the computer and pretend to be anybody they want to be and get into the minds of people that are vulnerable and take advantage of them. So if it's too good to be true, it probably is. This is scary because there's so many people who are doing the online dating. It's really important to make sure that when you do go to meet people, that your friends or family know that you're going to meet somebody, where you're going to meet them, maybe even share the information of the people that you're going to meet. Don't let it be a secret. Be careful if you're leaving to go and meet people blindly across the states, across the seas. Just be really careful who you are meeting, because you don't know what could happen to you. It can happen to any of us. And so tonight is your PSA. Be aware of who you are talking to. If you can't do a live FaceTime or Skype with them, I would definitely be aware, and I would definitely meet people out in public, and I would definitely say to let other people know who you're meeting, where you're meeting them, and what their information is too, just in case things go wrong. In society today, things are different. It's a lot different. It can happen even if it's not online, but tonight we're talking about the online narcissist. So just be aware that you could be speaking to somebody who is pretending to be somebody else, and they've just completely taken their identity and using it for themselves. It could be that they are themselves, but they're still pretending to be somebody that they're not. If they start asking you for money, that is a sure sign. If they're telling you that they love you right away and you don't even know them and you've never met them, that is a red flag. If they're saying we're going to get married and they're pushing things along really quickly, it may feel good to you because maybe you haven't had that kind of attention for a really long time. Be aware. You could be being preyed on and be a victim. Don't let that happen to you. Until next time, this is Jennifer. Bye.